for the second day of the Care Show London to the Care and Conversation studio. And we are with the legend, the man, Mr. Corbett.
How are you?
Good to see you, good to see you.
Good to see you.
How was day one?
Listen, for us, day one was pretty epic. We were a bit overwhelmed by the amount of people who rocked up. It was very busy, good buzz, good energy. I don't think I've ever seen the theatres as packed as what they were. It just feels a good feeling all round.
Nice,
nice. Really, really good.
And what are you picking up on for day two? What are you excited about for day two?
Well, there's still a lot of good talks coming up in day two, still covering a lot around education, recruitment, running your business. CQC, still always a hot topic with the new framework out there as well.
Indeed.
You know, and from our point of view, day two is that opportunity to keep a bit more from your own personal development, but actually to help improve the business as well. So there's plenty of action, and we're expecting a good crowd again. So fingers crossed on that side.
Good. Right, we've been covering different topics over the last few days, over yesterday. So we've got marketing and sales, CQC, lifestyle and activities, and mental health. Would you like to have a discussion about any of those areas? I was thinking maybe marketing and sales for you.
We could do marketing and sales.
I think, obviously events is a big part of a company, especially if you're a supplier to the care sector. So talk to me about, events in general. Why do you think, what's the value for a supplier attending an event like this?
Well, there's a lot. So we run, as Close to Still, we run a lot of healthcare events and trade shows. And Care Show is the most unique. And the reason for that is when we ask post-show, the main reason you attend. It's the only show where the delegates, so care home or domiciliary care, say, I'm coming to see suppliers. Everything else is generally education talk led. And so it's a huge opportunity to get your product in front of or face-to-face of prospective buyers. But actually, the real benefit of what we're seeing is it gives you an opportunity to speak to your peers, who you can collaborate with, who you can share best practice with, and if they get a customer come on board and they say what else you're looking for, they can recommend you. So there's a lot of power in face-to-face. Social care is all about being face-to-face, and we're only seeing the trends increase. Shows are growing, the interactions are growing, and whether it's a big trade show like Care Show, whether it's the road shows, whether it's forums, just the importance of being out, being seen is huge.
There is a huge value in that face-to-face. As much as you can send emails and connect with people on LinkedIn, I think that having those touch points where you meet people, even if you're not selling, you're just actually meeting them, creating that, there's strength in that connection in that moment, and even us here at Five and a Bike, we're not really sort of on a selling stand today, right? We're part of the feature. We're still getting people come up to us and say, oh, actually, we're really interested. Can you tell us about the process? Can you tell us how it works? So from our perspective, it just gives an opportunity for those random conversations that you can never have. And I've, over the course of coming to the different care shows, have met some people who are now kind of considered good friends in the business world. So I think it's really, really valuable, and that night out in the middle is always good as well, right?
It is. It can get dangerously scary. They can be heavy nights. But again, we're working in a sector where it's about people. And that's the important thing of any face-to-face is you become not a brand, you become human, and that's really important just for that networking building. I say you and I, know each other for a long time now, and that network's just grown. The people who you'll chat and speak to outside of work. And that's really key, because it doesn't seem that hard selling. That's never what we want to achieve.
Exactly, yeah. So, Care Show Birmingham then. What's cracking? Is there any interesting stuff going on up there? What should we, this stuff will go out leading in up to the Care Show Birmingham. What should people be excited about? Well,
it's by far a long way our biggest show that we've ever had. We should be approaching 300 exhibitors and suppliers, which makes it one of the biggest, the biggest we've ever had on record, and I think the biggest in Birmingham ever. We're covering a lot more hands-on opportunities as well. So actually more hands-on training for managers. So actually then real nuggets of information they can apply either to their carers or managing above. That's exciting. We've got more entertainment as well, so it's not just a trade show. We've got a couple of celebrity speakers who will be announced in the build-up.
Interesting.
No exclusives just yet. I'm sure they'll come your way. And it's a lot more of the same, a lot more new. A lot more, again, opportunity for peer-to-peer networking. So again, one of the things we're working on is if you're coming on your own from a care provider, big trade shows can be quite scary. and overwhelming. So we're looking at doing buddy schemes, we're looking at doing areas where you can just speak to those in the sector so you don't feel like you're being sold to. And so we're trying to make it a real experience, and that's the real key thing for us, is we want the shows to be an experience, not just a learning day out or a fun day out.
What's the top tip you've got for someone attending an event as a delegate? What should they be looking out for?
Absolutely plan. We put the program on the website. We have the show app. The show app works with both shows, so you can see who's exhibiting, you can see what peers are turning up, and you can create a schedule. And the reason that schedule is so important, we've got 12 theatres. There's a lot of content, and if you turn up on the site, you can just be overwhelmed of knowing where to go. Plan ahead, you'll make the most of it, and come with three kind of activities you want to come away with. What's your alpha? What's the one thing, if you don't achieve on the site, you'll be sad to do? What's your your beta? Actually, if you didn't do it, you'd be a bit disappointed. And then C, how many people do you want to meet? How many suppliers do you want to see?
How many glasses of champagne in the beer and bubbles?
Absolutely. In our beer and bubbles bar. Yeah.
Well, lovely. I'm glad the show is going well.
Thank you.
And we're really looking forward to Birmingham. So
Bring it
thanks
on.
very much, and thanks for coming
Always
into the
a pleasure.
studio.
Take care.
And we'll see lots of people today.
Thank you.